want to know what in the world is going on with the court system in Texas. This story is proof that our world and our court systems and judges are 50 shades of screwed up. So two Texas felons pictured here, two very dangerous men who were convicted, not just charged, but convicted of very violent crimes, have reportedly walked free recently on bond. The 263rd Criminal Court judge in Houston has granted these two men who were convicted of horrible crimes retrials, and the judge stupidly released them on bond. Judge Melissa Morris reportedly presided over both of the men's trials, and she has granted 58-year-old Patrick Burton and 46-year-old Aaron Wright new trials, and as a result, they are now walking freely on the streets. So in May of this year, 2025, it took a jury less than 5 minutes to find Aaron Wright guilty of burglary and aggravated assault. He was sentenced to 50 years for breaking into his ex-wife's home in 2021, and he shot her several times while she was asleep. The incident reportedly happened in Houston at around 3:30 a.m. in June of 2021. It has since been said that Aaron showed little regard for their children who were between the ages of 5 and 12 when he went and shot his ex-wife. The kids were reportedly sleeping in the home at the time of the shooting. The mother, his ex-wife, luckily lived, and it was said she's extremely lucky to be alive today. But can you imagine how she is feeling now that her perpetrator is out on bond? He didn't kill her the first time he tried to. What if he tries again? Then the ex-wife's bloods will definitely be on that ridiculous judge's hands. Then in April of this year, 2025, Patrick, the other criminal, reportedly received a sentence of 26 years in prison. That was after he was found guilty of a felony charge of aggravated sexual assault. After he was found guilty, it was said his second charge of aggravated sexual assault was dropped. Unbelievable. He was released in June, and his release came with no additional surety. Judge Morris reportedly allowed his release based on his original bond conditions from January of 2020 for $75,000. Unbelievable. And you know what they say about violent sex offenders. They almost always reoffend again. It's just a matter of time for Patrick to do this again. A director of victim services with Houston Crime Stoppers said that both of these men's victims finally thought they could heal and rebuild their lives after two juries found both of them guilty and sentenced them to lengthy sentences or times in prison. But their hopes were waylaid by the 263rd District Court Judge Melissa Morris, who within weeks after the verdict was read, granted both of these criminals a new trial and then released them back into the streets. Now both of the victims have to live their life in fear again, wondering why they were failed completely by the criminal justice system. The DA's office has since said that the concern lies with the victim's safety and the mindset of the criminals who have already been found guilty and now they're reportedly she gave Patrick a new trial after a visiting judge denied his defense teams a request for continuance. She also denied the local district attorney's request to raise the bond to $500,000. Reportedly, the DA's office has filed an appeal with the state's 14th Court of Appeals for the retrial motion. This is unreal though. Both are extremely dangerous men. Both of the victims are now scared for their lives, and the judge totally disregarded the feelings of those victims, but most importantly, the judge is disregarding the safety of the victims. Shame on this judge. She should honestly be fired. I read that cases like these happen often in Texas, and it's just not okay. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and for more true crime, make sure you hit follow and subscribe on YouTube.